Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be seeing what's coming in for you for September 2025 when it comes to love and career. Sorry this is a little late. I was out of town for about a week, so wasn't able to record. But if you would like a personal reading, check out my description box below. There you'll find all my links to my socials, including my Patreon. For my Patreon, if you become a member, you get your name added to my name deck that I use at the end of each of these YouTube monthly readings. I also give out a free mini tarot reading for you when you join, and then there's additional bonus messages, bonus videos, extended videos, pendulum questions, intuition messages, all found there as well. My friend and I also go live on Facebook under Moonlight Tarot, so if you're interested in that, check that out. Normally it's Saturdays. It's a couple of times a month when we have time, and then we are planning on switching over to TikTok as well. We're going to try that out this week, so if you're interested, check it out. But yeah, we're going to get started into your reading. So Spirit, can you tell me what messages do you have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus when it comes to their career in the month of September? We just had a Virgo full moon. It was also an eclipse, and I posted messages about that as well. So if you're interested, check that out. It's an all signs reading. It's on my channel. So, okay, so we have Ace of Pentacles. Something new is coming towards you when it comes to money. Oh, wow. I'm getting this is possibly an inheritance. I feel like it could be an inheritance of some sort, or maybe even like joining the family business. I feel like this is something that's owed to you. I feel like it's something very personal to you. I do feel like it could be an inheritance coming through. The Hermit is normally about like being alone, isolated. That kind of reminds me of like grief and losing somebody important to you. So it just reminds me, yeah, of an inheritance. You put a lot of work into whatever this whole situation was. It was very heavy. The grief could also be heavy too. It could be affecting your personality, to be honest. The Queen of Wands is normally like Aries, Leo, Sag. You could have that in your chart. But I kind of feel like whatever this was a huge burden to you and might have actually affected your like attitude. Spirit, can you clarify if this was a inheritance, if there was some kind of loss? Something new. Could have been dealing with the King of Wands. This is also a father figure. Leadership role. You could be inheriting a company, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of like father, daughter, like stepping into the shoes that you're gonna step into eventually anyways, like taking on the family's legacy. Anything about grief or something you care a lot about? You might have been putting a lot of work into it to get to where you are right now. It's like you put a lot of time and effort into it. So far it's not showing me anything about grief, so that could have just been a message for some of you, not all of you, but for the majority it kind of looks like I said taking on the family company, stepping into that higher role. Might have happened fast. That's weird. Maybe, so it kind of reminds me of like the father figure, whoever was in charge of the company, doesn't have to be a father, but whoever was in charge of the company put a lot of time and effort into this whole situation, and it's like booming, and it's like you're now stepping into this energy to help out, and this is like fast energy. This is also your energy too, because you are Scorpio, so balancing things out. It's like needing the help to go, or they're also saying this message too. If you're not the one that's stepping into this role, maybe you have family member who is going to help you step into this role to help balance things out, to make things equal. Maybe there might be too much work on you, and it's like asking you, hey, like, you have a friend or family member. If it is a friend, it's a really close friend, but they would be a good match to like step in and help with this whole situation. It's definitely something new. If it's not new for you, it's definitely new for them. Yeah, they're willing to give you, like, lend a hand. It kind of seems like you are, this like popped out real fast and then went back in. So it kind of seems like you're unsure if you want to have this person help you, or if you can just manage everything on your own. But Spirit is saying that you should have this person help you. It looks like you're going to lean into that direction of this person helping you. They're going to be able to match your energy well, to be doing like a good job just like you. I'm going to put this back in the deck because it did flip over. Yeah, negative thoughts are consuming you right now on like, will this work out, or is this going to put your company at risk by bringing in this new person? I do feel like this new person though is actually going to add to the happiness, add to this whole situation, not take from you. You're worried about competition. You might be worried that they could try to actually take over your spot. You might feel like this company will no longer be yours if you allow someone else to step in, and it's kind of like you're wanting to keep it as yours, like you did all this work and everything, and you don't really want to share the credit. It's like, you know, you need to because you need the extra help, but at the same time, it's like, I've done all this work, like, yeah. I feel like this person, whoever you're bringing in though, is actually going to add to the company, like a lot of happiness, a lot of, you know, bright times, a lot of good energy coming in, a lot of helpfulness. I am picking up on that you could be a male and they could be a female. Not necessarily for everyone, but maybe they might be more feminine in their touch, whereas you're more masculine, more in your like boss energy. This is something that's like really close to you though. We do have the death coming in, so there is some kind of change coming in, which would be bringing in this new person. Yeah, it's like before, they're reminding me of the Virgo and the Hermit and the Ten of Wands. You're doing this all by yourself. You had this huge plan laid out before you, and you're able to pull it off. The issue though is that it's going to be too much. Might actually be affecting your health too, is what they're saying. So that's why you need to bring this person in. It's actually going to help level everything out on your own energy along with the business. So this actually, by doing this, is going to make you stronger. It's going to like really like pull through your leadership skills, because you're not doing it all by yourself. You're able to like have somebody else like mentor. You're able to mentor someone else to help you build this company. They're gonna, I'm just getting like they're gonna bring more life to this company. They're going to also bring in like new ideas for your company as well, that you might actually like find out like, oh wow, this could actually work, you know, this could yeah, that is such good news. Okay, so yeah, they're going to be contributing new ideas to this company, and it's going to help you out so much. It's going to make it where you're stable, grounded, level-headed is also what they're saying. I think this person has a way to like calm your nerves in a way, ground you. I just feel like they're a really good addition to this whole situation. Yeah, new passionate beginnings, new ideas transpiring and stuff. All of it right now is like hidden, but they're going to be that like link that connects you with that information. Like, how do I put this? They're gonna bring all of this, like all these ideas to life where you can actually work together as a team to, you know, bring it forward to help your company. So it's like planning at midnight too. I feel like maybe you're a night owl. Maybe this person could also be a night owl as well. But it's going to end all your worries that you have, these toxic thoughts. It's going to put an end to this. Yeah, they're asking you to end those toxic thoughts that maybe you had problems trusting people in the past, but this person, the reason why this person came in for you is because Spirit sent them to you. So there might have been fights in the past. Yeah, there might have been a lot of fights in the past, and you're just rejecting the idea of bringing someone new in because you're worried that, well, what happens if it happens again? They walk away, then I have to rebuild. But it's like, you know, you need that extra partner, so the universe is bringing in someone, and I believe they're bringing in someone really fast. This could be a younger energy. You're going to be working together, not only with this person, but also with your guides. I feel like this person could also be intuitive in a way. I feel like they have some kind of skill set that's going to really help you build. Okay, I think you guys are going to make a really good team. You guys could even be, there could be some kind of, I don't want to automatically like say romance, but there could be some kind of level of soulmates, even if like you're not romantically connecting. It could just be like a soulmate, because, you know, friends, family, people who are real close to you, they can be soulmates. You could have been that in a past life, you know. But I feel like this person is going to really change this whole situation around. So yeah, I think you should go for it. Spirit, can you tell me what's going to happen? Make sure you think of 2 questions for your finances, because I will be pulling my focus deck, and then 2 cards can pop out, and then just label them 1 and 2. That way, the way that the cards pop out is the way that they're going to be answered. So that's important to know. But Spirit, I want to know, can you show us the outcome if Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus decides to let this person in and bring their ideas to the table for this new company of theirs? Hierophant, look at that. We have Hierophant, and this is your ideas, your morals, your tradition, like your experience in this whole situation, like your teaching, your lessons. This is just very, this energy is very stable. It's like they have the same morals and stuff as you do. So it's like they want to bring this in for you. They want to help you. They want to bring this, they want to turn the seedling into, you know, full bloom kind of deal. Spirit, can you tell me what's to come when Scorpio brings this person in? Can you tell me more on that? Yeah. So normally towers are seen, well, not normally, like it's half and half, it's balanced, but towers, a lot of the times you'll hear, oh, that's bad, you know, something like coming down and everything. But that's not actually what's happening right here. It's like a big change is going to happen. It could be either good or bad. But considering what cards you have right here, these 3 cards that popped up, I feel like this is actually going to lead you to your dreams. Judgment, we have like spiritual... Oh, they're saying spiritual realization. And they're reminding me of like the past life and everything, soulmates and everything. So you guys could have even worked together in a past life or something. You just get along really well, and you're starting this new journey hoping that there's going to be some kind of reward at the end. You're afraid to rush into this, but it's like, this is, by you choosing this path, it's going to actually create more of a momentum towards your goals and towards your wishes coming true. Real fast, I want to know on everything that we have on the board. We have Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces. I almost wanted to say Libra, but Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio, Aries, Taurus again, Aries and Scorpio. Libra and Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, and Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. That's what we have so far on the board. You could be dealing with any of these signs. This person could be any of these signs, or this could be heavily in your chart. Also, Capricorn is coming through again. Yeah, I feel like it's just going to lead you to, this Page of Wands is going to turn into the Star. I feel like this is somebody, they're saying apprenticeship, somebody that you can train to actually, you know, benefit the company. And I feel like it's going to take off if you decide to go down this path. I feel like this is a really good person to bring in. 6 of Cups, nostalgia, thinking about the past, lovers. 9 of Cups. You guys could have been lovers in the past life, you know. There's some kind of soul bond here. It says 9 of Cups, wishes coming true. Again, making a wish, wishes coming true if you decide to take this chance. Eight of Wands, communicating. Devil. Communication might be a little bit bad. I feel like if the communication is bad, I feel like this could, no offense, but I feel like this could be on your behalf. And the reason why is because you kind of want to keep things to yourself. You don't want to give away all your information, and people try to like steal your stuff. You don't fully trust. So they want you to put an end to, again, we have the World and the Devil right here. The World and the Devil and the World, the same thing, you know, popping out. I feel like they want you to communicate, open up to this person. Don't be so much of a hermit, because if you're a hermit and if you don't take this opportunity, it could leave you, you know. So you need to put an end to this bad communication and start opening up. That, yeah, they're reminding me how Scorpio is kind of guarded, because if somebody hurts them from the past, it's like, oh, well, I can't trust you anymore. So you might be actually bringing in like other people who have hurt you into this whole situation, which that's something that you would need to heal. But this could definitely be a lover relationship wise, you know, maybe going into partnership, like business with your partnership. You know what I mean? But they want you to communicate and everything, maybe to make sure you keep this communication open so that nothing toxic can come through, so you put an end to it before it even starts. But yeah, I also feel like the Virgo full moon that we just had, I know it's in Pisces, but it was in Virgo season, so I feel like that is extremely important as well. Right now we are deciding like what to do, what steps to move forward with. It's kind of contemplating, but you're like on that verge of making that decision, and Spirit is wanting you to go towards it. So you can wait until the energy like kind of passes to see if you still feel the same. Give it some time to think it over and everything, but I do feel like this is something that you shouldn't pass up. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull from Focus Deck. We have Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Virgo with these cards. So, okay, Spirit, can you tell me focus messages for my my Scorpio babies when it comes to their... That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I say it's interesting because I started shuffling mid-shuffle. So like I had it like this and then I started shuffling. I never do that. So I guess that's what's supposed to happen, which is kind of surprising that we got all these cards. So, okay. Okay, yeah. So like I just said, things will happen when they're supposed to happen. You are being kind of distant right now, thinking this over before making any decisions. We have Pisces. Pisces season could also be important if you're not dealing with Pisces, which is February and March. We have Cancer season or Cancer. Somebody could have Cancer. But that is what, June and July. We have they are not coming back correct. I'll come back to that. We have August, which is Leo and Virgo season, third party situation, Virgo. This could be your business, you, and then this person that's coming in. Virgo, it could be August Virgo, but we also have, let's see, it's August and September. 666, reflect. It's time to wake up to your higher spiritual truth. We have 888, balance. Everything is falling into place. We have a soulmate coming in. July could be important, so that could be a Leo or Cancer. October can be important, so that is Scorpio, which is you. So you could have been born in October. And then we also have Libra, Scorpio. You were dealing with a karmic. Maybe this karmic is going to try to re-enter your life, and that's the person that you can't trust because they're not coming back correct. Okay, they just said that. Remember how I said you have like memories of people who've done you dirty in the past, and not to let that like shift your thoughts about the new person coming in because you're bringing in the old into the new space. They're not coming back correct. So it's like that is your worst fear, is that whoever this is coming in, they're not going to come incorrect, and you're just like, what if they ruin my business and everything, just like the karmic did. They're reassuring you that this is not going to happen. There's an ending to this, an ending to that cycle. We do have November, which is Scorpio and Sagittarius. Rising sign, you could be a rising sign Scorpio. 11/11, spiritual awakening, you're on the right path. December could be important, so that is Sagittarius and Capricorn. Venus sign, you could have Venus sign Scorpio. We have Leo, which is August and July. 999, release, let go of what no longer serves you. That's dealing with that situation. Someone is wearing a mask. You're also worried. You're worried about that. You could be wearing the mask, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't think I can trust you. Like, but you might be friendly to them, you know, which is understandable. If you have trauma from dealing with people in the past, I get it. Maybe one of the questions that you can ask right now is, can I trust this person, this new person? But we'll see. Okay. Think of 2 questions. It's up to you on what questions you want to ask. Spirit, can you tell me the answers to Scorpio's questions 1 and 2? The answer is yes, no. If you do receive a maybe, it means that you're not supposed to know at this moment in time, but you will know in divine timing. Okay, Spirit. Question 1. Okay. And question 2. Okay. So for question number 1, make sure you pause this video if you haven't thought of your questions. Question 1. We have feeling trapped, hopeless, imprisonment, paralyzing fear. We have no. With the 8 of Swords, this is like being trapped in your mind. I feel, again, being trapped in your mind with what happened in the past. So it says no. And then for question number 2, we have honest, protective, independent, intelligent, and funny. She's all about like telling the truth and everything. Very social, very, you know, very talkative. This is a yes. So for this card we have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. For this card we have Gemini. So yeah, a lot about communication. You could be dealing with a Gemini very easily. The Lovers is a Gemini. So yeah. But that is what we have for your career portion of the reading. And now we're going to move into love. Make sure to check out the end of the reading for your name could possibly pop up. I don't know, it's possible. It does depend if your name is even in the deck. But if you would like your name added to the deck, make sure to check out my description box below. There you'll find information on how to do so. It's by joining my Patreon. But yeah, and then each additional month that you are a member on my Patreon, you actually get another name added to my deck. So you just have to message me and say, hey, I became a member again. Can you add this name to the deck, please? And then I will do so. Okay, Spirit. Let's clear the energy. What is going on when it comes to Scorpion? I almost said Scorpius. Interesting. Scorpio's love portion of the message for September 2025, sorry. 2020 could be significant. Sorry, I trip on my words a bit. When I channel, it tends to happen. I also cough a lot. Some of you might be into like bikes, like motorcycles. I'm seeing those gloves with the like little spikes on them. That could be significant. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Their love message, someone new relationship, potentially. It feels like it's really successful. It feels like all your hard work is paying off. It feels like bliss. They're saying coffee dates. You might have gone on a coffee date. Manifesting, talking about the future. I feel a lot like Gemini energy coming through. I feel like talkative and just like good company, very understanding, logical. is another thing I'm picking up on. They're saying tea leaf. Tea could be important. Maybe they drink tea, you drink tea. Tea leaves. Maybe you burn tea leaves. Are they called tea leaves? They might be bay leaves. My bad. You could do tea leaf reading. Look at that success right here. 4 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Lovers. What's this? You might have been hurt by a fire sign in the past. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like this has a lot of potential. This new person has a lot of potential to actually become your forever person or be your forever person. It looks like there's a lot of things in common. I'm also picking up on somebody who's very compassionate. It's like this is the good change that you needed. It feels like things are finally like ripening after you planted the seeds and everything grew, and you know, you've been waiting a while. Yeah. I literally just said you've been waiting a while. Temperance popped in. It's like you've been looking for this person to match with your energy. It feels like it just goes. It feels like it interlinks correctly. Anything else? It's definitely giving the vibes of like new stability. Definitely something that could transpire to a higher form of commitment. We do have like you are looking to actually move forward in this commitment. If whoever brings up like, hey, do you want to be my boyfriend, girlfriend? You could be a girl. You could be a boy. But I'm picking up on female energy. But it's like that's your truth. You feel good with this person. You feel like it fits. Everything's transformative. You feel like you can grow with this person. Can you tell me more about this Queen of Wands? So times are changing from this Queen of Wands. If you dealt with the Queen of Wands in the past, yeah, see, times are changing. New love is coming in. If you dealt with the Queen of Wands in the past, it feels like you no longer have to deal with that anymore. This new person is actually truthful and isn't going to hurt you like the last one did. Yeah, they're going to be very... I feel like they're willing to get to know you. They're willing to, like, take your feelings into consideration. Willing to... They're just very compassionate. They're very understanding. They want to get to know you. Like, they feel different than the other one. The other one maybe was more like passion, more, you know, sexual energy. Whereas this one is more like connecting at a soul deep, like deep soul level. You might have met this person through, I'm picking up on like social media, messaging them. And at that time you might have been dealing with a loss, which would be that Queen of Wands. Maybe you were just grieving about the last relationship, how it ended and how that person hurt you. And then now you're moving forward though. It's like you're no longer allowing that energy from the past to hold you back. Yeah, I feel like maybe you were still grieving this person when you started talking to the new person. I feel like you didn't see this coming. I feel like it was unknown. I feel like your guides, the stars have aligned, is what they're telling me. And it's like your guides are bringing together this new hope, is what they're showing me. A new stable foundation, a lot of abundance coming in. I feel like this is a really good time. I'm picking up on spring vibes. If this hasn't happened yet, I feel like this definitely could happen around springtime. I'm kind of picking up on Easter. They're showing me like Easter. It's kind of, you could you could be Christian too. And if you're not Christian, maybe you just like really believe in like Jesus and things like that. And you can be spiritual and believe in that stuff. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. You can believe in multiple deities, you know, or gods or whatever. But I feel like maybe it's new right now, and there's a possibility it has a chance. If you decide to take this door into this new commitment, it can actually go into something very stable. They're saying fantastic by April, March. I'm picking up more on April though, but I'm picking up on around Easter. Maybe that's when you'll meet each other's family. I don't know, I just get like very sweet, like I'm picturing like bunny, like cared for, compassionate, you know. I feel like things will develop how they're supposed to develop. It won't be like super fast, but it'll be like calm. And they're also saying like the chaos with, you know, all the holidays at the end of the year, maybe that might get out of whack and you guys just don't want to meet each other's families around that time. Maybe you want to do it at a more like, it's like you're trying to decide when you should meet each other's family, and I feel like Easter might be the way. Easter might be the time to do it. Maybe your family could be really involved in Easter or Jesus, you know. They're also like, they're reminding me of like how Jesus has risen. It's kind of reminding me like it's like you're finally letting go of what no longer serves you, and you're stepping into this new role. You're getting to know them and everything, and then by the time Easter comes around is when you guys are like headstrong. Okay, we're going to do this. I can trust this person. And that's when it's going to come in. We do have Four of Cups. Can you tell me more about the Four of Cups, please? Yeah, I feel like if you guys are dating right now, and you guys aren't like in a commitment, I do feel like you're going to stop dating, and so are they. I feel like you guys are going to be like, okay, you know what? I feel, yeah, it's like you're no longer dating after, because you're meeting the family, so you're no longer dating anymore. You're closing down those options because like, I found my person. Why should I keep dating? You might be at a stalemate at first because you're still releasing like karmics and things of that nature, but that's your way of balancing out, healing. That's your way of balancing out, healing. You have to feel completely safe before this person meets your family, or vice versa. Look at that, we got 10 of Cups. Yeah, putting an end to the old cycles. Those are changing anything that tries to come up from the past, like ending that whole situation. You found your basically happily ever after, and that's the direction that you want to move in. Simple as that. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up for you, Scorpio, when it comes to loving. I have Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Libra and Pisces, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Yeah, I think you're on a good path right now. I think you should keep going down this path, get to know this person, you know, steady and slow. I just feel like this whole thing is going to work out. I think it's going to go great. I feel like you finally found your person. They're very truthful, and they're going to help you grow too. So yeah, but that's what I'm picking up. So think of 2 of your questions. I don't think I have to go further into this because I feel like you have everything you need to know when it comes to this situation. So they are bringing up rose quartz crystal. So if for whatever reason, if you are still like grieving this past person and what they did to you, Go out and get yourself some rose quartz, because that's actually going to help heal you. It's going to help mend the heart. I will post info about that on the screen. But yeah, I think that will actually help you a lot. So Spirit, can you tell me what focus messages does my Scorpio babies need to hear today? Make sure you think of 2 questions, label them 1 and 2. They will be answered in the order that they are received. I saw hope. That's crazy. That's cool. You know, it's kind of funny too, because I was just going through my I have a bowl of crystals and stuff, and you know, I clean them every now and then, so just to get that old energy off of them. But I found this in particular. It says hope on it. You know, the flow of life is what it reminds me of. But something told me I needed to bring this out for this reading, because if you look at my other videos, that is not on the table. So, as I have an acorn over here too. Okay, so think of your question. That's question number 1. Okay, so for question number 1, we have a yes. Okay, so we have 1010, hope. What you are trying to manifest is coming close to you. You could be a sun sign Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Something significant could happen in Pisces season, which is March and February. We have they are coming back correct. They're mentioning springtime again. They're mentioning the changing of the seasons. It's like the energies are coming back correct. It's like you can trust these energies, unlike the last season. You couldn't trust them. Interesting. You can trust them. Notice how that is on the Queen of Swords. We have November. Something could happen in November, which is Scorpio. You could be born in November. The Scorpio and Sagittarius season. God's rejection is your protection. So whatever happened with this Queen of Wands in the past, it was, you know, the rejection was your protection. You weren't supposed to be with this person. So think of it as a blessing in disguise. This new person is faithful. We have July could be important. Maybe this is when you start talking to them. This is Leo and Cancer season. We also have someone is wearing a mask. So someone in the past could have been wearing a mask, maybe not truthful, you know, maybe that was why they kept saying, tell them that this person's truthful. Let them know that, you know. This past person was wearing a mask. It makes sense on why the card lands over here. 5 of Cups, the loss. It's like things were not what they seemed for you in this past person. So it's like God's rejection is your protection. They were not good for you anyways. You would have found out sooner or later that they were not good for you. So we have 333. Support. Your guides are sending you love, support, and guidance. August could be important. That is Leo and Virgo. Times are changing. I'm getting that again. Maybe that's when things started to change, was August. Maybe you met them in July, and August is when you're like, maybe your feelings could be changing about like opening up again. That's another thing that's coming through. Manifesting your dreams. Maybe you actually felt, hey, maybe I could actually manifest this coming through now, because like I'm getting out of this grief and I'm moving forward. We have Scorpio, your sign, which is October and November. Twin flame. You could be dealing with a twin flame. We have date night. Could be going on a date. 555, change, something new is coming. And we got Aries. So Aries is March and April. For those of you dealing with the twin flame, it's kind of reminded me of my situation. My twin flame was the catalyst for my growth, for my change, okay? If this person from the past was your twin flame and they hurt you a lot, Spirit is sending you a soulmate, because the thing is that you finally realize that you deserve better. You're stepping into this change. Twin flames come here normally attached to some kind of karma. I've noticed that it's like your ultimate karmic is what your twin flame is. It was actually a realization I just had this past week. But don't get me wrong, there can be a lot of love there. And ultimately, like, you're supposed to clear that karma and everything. That way you guys can have your happily ever after. But the thing is that both of the twins have to do their work. And if neither of them are doing their work, or only one person is doing their work, it's not going to work. You know, you're not going to see that happily ever after. So that's going to be for some of you. For others of you, you could be meeting your twin flame, and this could be romantic. You know, it's not about the karma this lifetime. Whereas you could actually see your happily ever after, because healing was done with this person. But you're going to know your situation. I am doing a collective reading, so it just depends on the people. You know, there's multiple people watching this, so it can pertain to anybody. But those are the stories that are coming through that I'm picking up on. Notice how this reading has a lot to do with God. And the thing is that with the twin flames, that is a God-given connection. You know, they're your other half, your yin-yang. But God knows when you guys are supposed to be together and when you're not supposed to be together. God knows what's going on behind the scene, whereas we don't always see what's going on behind the scene, because it's not our path to carry at that moment in time. Their karma, if they've done karma, they have karma that needs to be cleared before they can reunite with you. They need to go work on themselves, and you need to work on yourself, because you guys coming together would be disastrous. You know, if your karma is still there, it's never going to work unless everything is cleared. So those are messages for whoever's dealing with the twin flame connection. Yes, lots of love, but also yes, lots of karma, lots of shadow. It's like dealing with your shadow self. So until all that is cleared, you're not allowed to step forward onto that path with unity for your twin flame until that's completely taken care of. So I'm just throwing that out there. Whoever needed to hear that, great. If you're having issues listening to that message, sorry. But that is, from my understanding, what my guide tells me on what's going on. So think of your second question. If it turns out to be maybe, that means you're not supposed to know yet. So second question, please, Spirit. Answer to the second question, please, Spirit. Okay, yeah, maybe making that decision. Now that could have been about the twin flame situation. We have stalemate, truce, painful choices, denial, blindness, and avoidance. Your person could actually be an avoidant, whoever you're dealing with. So the answer to your question is maybe. Don't have all the information yet. There's still pieces of the puzzle missing. They're showing me half of the moon, you know, not the whole thing is being shown right now. So yeah, we have maybe. But if you are dealing with a twin flame, like I said, you have soulmates as well. They're just as good as well. Obviously they're not your yin yang, but you know, soulmates, they have their purpose as well. Lots of love, lots of laughter is what they're saying. it basically gives you a break from all that karma crap that you have to deal with. So it just depends on your choices in life as well, on what you want to do, because you have free will. But you gotta remember, so does your person. So if your person isn't wanting to work on themselves and do the work, then that is your answer as of right now. Things can always change in the future, but as of right now, Spirit wants you to move into a different direction. So that's for who resonates with that. But okay, we're going to pull some names. Now, if you feel like your person has done the work and they've cleared and everything's going good, you don't have questions, like they communicate well with you, you know, disregard that message, because that's only going to be for those who are dealing with the twin flame where they're having issues, especially with communication. I feel like that's the big thing. If they keep you wondering what's going to happen, I think that they're not ready yet. They're avoiding the situation. But yeah, so okay, let's see, names, please, Spirit, for Scorpio, for the Scorpio reading, names that this pertains to. Oh, we also have a friend that popped out. So a friend could be important. I always go through this twice just to make sure that I get whatever I can out of here. Okay. But yeah, your twin flame could have been your past partner, that there's a bad ending between you two. And of course, as you know, if you're dealing with that journey, it never really truly ends unless you decide for it to end in this lifetime. You know, in next lifetime it could be better. It just depends on like how much work they need to do in order for you guys to reach union. So yeah, sorry for whoever's dealing with that kind of energy. I know the feeling. We have Edward. I'm hearing Eddie. We have Luna, Alex, Scarlet. If the name is spelled wrong, it's still the same name. It's just spelled differently. Also, this could be nickname, you know, middle name, first name, obviously, last name, your person's name, your mom's name, your friend's name, you know, whatever resonates. We have Brian, Haley, William, Amelia, Xana, Ashley, Adam, Daniel, Mark, Serenity, Elijah, Leanna, David, Natasha, John, Olivia, Joey, Paige, Isabella, Ralphie, Alejandro, Cindy, Hillary, Scott, Aiden, and Hazel. Well, Scorpio, I hope that you enjoyed this reading today. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for additional readings. Even if this reading was not for you, a future one could be. When you like and subscribe to my channel, it helps me connect with your energy so that I can bring those messages forward toward you. Okay, please also share this channel as well. That way other people could possibly hear the messages that could be for them. Okay, especially if you saw, they're saying if you see any names that resonate with you, maybe one of these people actually need to see this reading, especially if they have Scorpio, or maybe they need to see a reading that's on my channel. Okay, so depending on their sun, moon, rising, and Venus. But I really enjoyed reading for you today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you again. Bye.